intro.
Mm.
Let me make sure everything's copacetic. Yeah, we're good to go. You want me to tag you?
Yeah, tag away, please.
Let me tag you. Let me do that. And
Okay.
let's see what we got here. Oh, well, I should have done it quicker. I'm working on organizing the archives and downloading the 40 hours from Soulogy Fest.
Right.
I start putting some of that stuff out and sharing it with people. There were so many moments, right? And I think we're going to be getting some footage from, just from walking around. People. I'm going to get all that footage put together. Let's see, edit, post. Missee Sue.
That's the one.
Missee Sue. Isn't that crazy how this all happened? Okay, we're good.
What all happened? What part?
Well, I mean, just the whole thing. Like, I was just thinking about it. We've been on live, you know that, right? Sorry about that. Well, that's the way it goes, right? But no, what I was talking about is okay. So, like, the way we connected, right? The way we connected. So, I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so like, how I think a lot of times we feel like we feel a resonance with someone. Or even something, doing something, or getting a download, go do this, that personal guidance, that personal prophecy, right? But and then we had this urgency to fulfill that connection and expand on it. Oh my God, we knew each other in a past life, or whatever. And then there's this more natural state about it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Which is, we don't have to do anything because we're actually feeling the alignment. So that's how I feel what happened with you and I. Like you did a show, I think, with Melissa. And then we had a brief exchange. I believe, did we do a show before? We did one show, before. Or something like that, right? We did a show. Either I went on your show, you went on mine. And then we met in Sedona because you win the ticket. And I have an extra, basically have a, I'm not even using for 3 days. Yep. And how that all worked out, and how you were hanging out with Don, that was with Terry Willette, and anything. Yeah. So this is a conversation. Nobody knows what the hell we're talking about.
I know that for me, going to Soulogy Fest, I was really concerned about being able to hold my daily practice and commitment, and to do hours of practice in a hostile environment.
Yeah.
I was a little concerned, but willing to do whatever it took.
Right.
And I ended up having my own space for 3 days.
Right on. Well, yeah. And see, here's the thing too. Like, the first night you came in, or I came in late. I don't remember what it was. It was pretty late though. I mean, it wasn't like 12:30, but it must have been like 8:30, 9. You were tired, and I was tired. We were literally both. I mean, I know I was, and I think you were too. And we sat there and talked, I think, for almost 4 hours.
Yep, about divine union.
Yeah, divine union.
A lot to say.
Well, we talked about addictions. We talked about divine union. We talked about our lives. And I guess what I'm saying is, as an example of, okay, what I'm trying to say and what I've been experiencing for a long time, and I think people can relate to this, we get that feeling, we get that intuition, we get that resonance, that kindredness, and then we run out there and try to make it happen. When actually I'm starting to really, really embody, you're just feeling the alignment. And you don't got to do anything, because it's the magnetism has already occurred. And I feel like that when we met that night, that's how it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just natural, and the next day I was gone, and yeah, I think I didn't even see you at the end. I don't think, but yeah, that's all about us. So, how you been? What's been happening? You're not in Costa Rica yet. You are divinity.
Okay, so the last time I came on your show,
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty certain about a few things, and I showed up. I said, "I'm certain about this. I'm certain about that. I'm doing this. I'm doing that." And immediately after I got off of the show, I purchased my ticket to Costa Rica, and energy came in and just knocked me down, completely down. And for about 2 weeks, all I could do was get up and do my daily commitments and practice. And then I was on the couch laid out for 2 weeks. I couldn't do anything but just watch TV. I was laid out until I finally said, okay, I don't know. I am not certain of anything, and I'm willing to let this go. And all of my energy came back within 2 days.
Yeah.
Another thing I said on your show was, I've done all of this work around my sexual trauma and I've cleaned it up.
Uh-huh.
Oh no. Within 2 weeks, I was more in trigger around that than maybe ever.
And trigger?
In trigger, just like, holy shit, it was in my face.
Did it happen at the Soulogy Fest, or was it before?
It was before.
It sounds like it was before, yeah.
But the point of me sharing that is, I feel like I called out spirit the last time I was on your show because I was so certain of things. And what I'm learning now is that in letting go of all expectation and in letting go of certainty, we leave room for truth.
Yeah.
And for openness for the mystery to come in and lead the way. And so that's how I've been doing. I'm just letting go of everything that I can. Yeah.
That's a great description. That's how I felt this morning, which is why I needed another 5 or 10 minutes, to be honest with you, because there was this thing in my head from the information and code I took in yesterday and up to waking up this morning. Mm-hmm. And it had to do with the way this thing is literally upside down. A paradox is actually the 0-point field. Mm. Not only is it a polarity, but it's a paradox. It's like an oxymoron type of energy, right? Where there's two meanings, a double entendre, but it's a pure 0 point. So I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, ain't none of us got this figured out. Mm-mm. Ain't nobody here. I don't care if it's Franco or Jason or Amma or anyone out there. There's something going on. It's almost like a trickster Heyoka, type of energy with ourselves. Like, who's the only one that could really have fooled you? You. That's the way I see it. But anyway, the reason I brought that up is because what you're talking about is what I was feeling this morning, and it revolved around, and I'll give this back to you, but it revolved around narratives. It revolved around narratives of both fear and salvation. So I'm going to bed last night. Australia has 30 confirmed cases of COVID in a country of 25 million people. Yet they're having these seriously draconian measures throughout the country of 25 million people. So I'm looking at that.